Welcome to Health Professional Radio. I'm your host, Neil Howard. Glad that you could join us once again. Going to talk briefly with Dr. Jeff Leighton. He's a pharmacologist joining us on the program to talk about the science behind the newly launched Revive from Stronger, Faster, Healthier. Stronger, Faster, Healthier is a non-caffeinated energy supplement. Welcome to the program, Dr. Jeff Leighton.
Thank you, Neil. I'd like to start with just a little bit of background about myself. I trained at the University of Virginia in chemistry, pharmacology, and medicine. I had the privilege of working for 6 Nobel laureates in my career. I was a chief scientist for Burroughs Wellcome Company and head of research for Glaxo, and was involved in the development of multiple therapeutic agents. Stronger, Faster, Healthier. We really have taken the view that there are 3 or 4 key ways to increase your health benefits. One is a natural control of inflammation. The second one is improving energy. Third one is controlling insulin levels, and of course, adequate exercise. And we develop products that have, quote, pharmacologic strength. That means there's enough of the ingredients in there that there's a health benefit and not a homeopathic effect. Now, one of our key areas is to understand how to increase energy. So, in fact, our whole lifestyle and our health and everything is all about energy. So, if you have adequate energy, you have good cellular health. This leads to improved alertness and cognition, heart health, brain health, and surprisingly, or maybe to be expected, longevity, okay? So what we've tried to do here is to address how can we accomplish those things in an all-natural way. Mm-hmm. And what we realize is that what we're trying to do is enhance a little organelle in your cell called a mitochondrion to make more energy. This mitochondrion is actually that part of your body that makes all of your energy. And energy, from the point of view of our cells, is a molecule called ATP, or adenosine triphosphate. And it's an absolute requirement for all cell functions, okay? So we've approached this by looking at what are the key driving forces that make a mitochondria work. And we put them all in one product, which we call Revive. So the driving forces that make a mitochondria work are the ability to burn fat, okay? And so we put a molecule in there called N-acetyl L-carnitine, which is a carnitine material that binds fat, shuttles it into the mitochondria, where it burns it to energy, just kind of like a furnace in your house. So that's a number one absolute requirement. The second one is a product called coenzyme Q10. So coenzyme Q10, it has remarkable activities. First of all, it is an antioxidant, and it actually helps protect our mitochondria from self-oxidation or auto-oxidation. So it makes them last longer. And it also increases the rate of energy generation through the mitochondrial complex ways to oxidize fats. And the last element in our Revive talk is something called ribose. So ribose is a sugar, but it's an atypical sugar. In fact, it's a sugar that has a negative glycemic index. That means it's exactly the opposite of table sugar. It does not increase insulin. And why do we add it there? Because under certain circumstances of diminished cell health, ribose is rate limiting in the synthesis of ATP, or our energy source. Now, what we don't add to our product is caffeine, because caffeine is a psychomotor stimulant. And this product, well, if you have a double espresso with 2 teaspoons of sugar, you will definitely wake up and feel more energized. But it also comes with cardiovascular side effects, such as cardiac arrhythmias in some cases. Mm-hmm. And there is always the energy downside. Energy diminishes quickly. So caffeine is something that we believe is should be used in sparing amounts, and is certainly not a part of our way to enhance cellular energy.
Well, Jeff, when it comes to these energy drinks that we're talking about, you've got that crash, you've got this, well, not necessarily energy drinks, but caffeine in itself, coffee included. You get this crash. Are you saying that Revive energizes you, but it doesn't have a crash and it doesn't have any of these cardiovascular effects that caffeine or regular sugar has?
You're absolutely right. So there's no crash with caffeine, or no crash with Revive, excuse me. You could take Revive right before going to bed and it would not keep you up at night as well. And what we've actually found in our clinical studies, because we back our products up with clinical studies, so in 62 volunteers taking this product, we found that the majority of these people actually decreased their coffee usage and caffeine usage every day after taking our product. So it's a replacement without that sort of jittery effect of caffeine or the downsides of caffeine or any of the cardiovascular events associated with caffeine.
Does Revive make it so that your cells continue to generate energy as long as the supplement is active? And does that same generation decrease significantly after Revive has run its course?
That's where the clinical data that we have would give us half of that answer. What we know is that if you take Revive consistently, once, twice, or 3 times a day, you have a dose-response curve. The more you take, the more energy you have in your system, the more alert you feel, the more energetic you feel. If you stop taking Revive, you can then you understand what the benefit was, because a few days later, you begin to feel tired. So there's a tiredness effect. So Revive prevents that fatigue and tiredness effect. And there's another very interesting thing I'd like to tell you. As you begin to age, and aging really begins at the age of 20, I hate to tell us all, the number of mitochondria in each cell begins to diminish. So by the time you reach 60, you only have half of the mitochondria available to make energy. And by the time you reach 80, you're down to 10%. So what we're trying to do is we're trying to get the mitochondria that are alive and well to work more effectively to make more energy. And if you make more energy, all the things that are important in your whole body improve. So energy is required to make proteins, to think, to have your heart function correctly. Every aspect of physiology requires energy. So it is like the key step in the whole process of cellular health.
Well, let's talk briefly about one of the most important aspects of Revive. How does it taste?
Oh, well, this is one of the most exciting parts about Revive. It's very hard in general to make a dietary supplement taste good and not put high glycemic sugars in there, because natural products don't always taste good. And so that's always been the difficulty, making something taste good without causing a huge insulin response. So these products naturally, because of the ribose component, have a slight sweetness to them. And to that we add natural flavors, so that we have a beautiful flavor that we call mojito, which tastes just beautiful as is, and another product called citrus punch. So one's kind of an orange and one's a green color, and they're very, very fine tasting as is. So unlike a lot of products, this is one that has no issues with taste. And we've done, in all our studies we've done, and every volunteer that's tasted this product, they like it very much.
Give us a website where our listeners can go and get more information about Revive and about SFH, and maybe some information on where we can buy it brick and mortar.
Sure. Well, the best way to find everything about Revive is to go on our website, sfh.com. And there you'll see all our products, and you'll understand why we're trying to make these natural products into and the products that actually benefit health. In stores, probably one of the most exciting places for our products is at CVS, where it's carried in approximately 4,000 CVS stores. And CVS puts it in their cognition aisles, if you will, because from their perspective, they see this product as enhancing alertness and cognition, which is really a part of the energy story, okay? In addition to that, you can find it in other nutrition stores. You can find it in places such as Whole Foods. You can certainly purchase it off our internet site and at various fitness gyms and places of that nature.
Thank you so much for joining us on Health Professional Radio.
Thank you very much, and have a great day.
You do the same. You've been listening to Health Professional Radio. I'm your host, Neil Howard, in conversation with Dr. Jeff Leighton, professional pharmacologist, and talking about the newly launched Revive from Stronger, Faster, Healthier, a non-caffeinated energy supplement. Transcripts and audio of this program are available at hpr.fm and healthprofessionalradio.com.au. You can also subscribe to the podcast on iTunes, listen in, download at SoundCloud, and be sure and subscribe to our YouTube channel at YouTube, Health Professional Radio.